And a very pleasant good afternoon from Santa Anita Park, the great race place in Southern California. I'm John White along with Michelle Yu. And Michelle, a lot going on today. First of all, we've had some rain, but nothing of tremendous consequence. We're fast and firm and on the turf, the inside rail at 8 feet. And the good news is our feature race, the Grade 2 Monrovia, stays on the turf.
Absolutely. We're seeing the return of a Breeders' Cup winner in that, and that's always an exciting time of year to see him come back. So it would have been really sad if it had come off the grass and we maybe lost a couple horses to scratches. There is actually a scratch in that race. The one horse, Curvy Cat, not going to run today, but glad to see they are still on the grass.
So we've got a 9-race program. Now today, again, if you buy a Pick 6 ticket here on track at Santa Anita, you scan your Thoroughbreds card, and you hit the Pick 6, you get a 20% bonus because we have no carryover today. Now, we came close to a carryover. There was one winning ticket yesterday, reportedly purchased in Las Vegas. It paid $296,085.60. I came close, Michelle. I had two fives.
You did. I was cheering you on down the stretch. That's back-to-back days, so you might have to come in today and come in with that Pick 6, and then maybe you won't show up to work next week.
There you go. And again, you'd get that 20% bonus playing it on track. Also today, welcome back to Gary Stevens, the Hall of Fame jockey, as he comes out of retirement and rides in today's 6th race.
And of course, this race looks like your average everyday $50,000 claimer until you see G. Stevens listed on a horse. This race also slated for the grass, so with the rain that we had last night and this morning, I was fingers crossed this was not going to come off the lawn today, John.
And actually, Gary was hoping it would come off because he worked Jabrika the other day on a wet track, and Jabrika really liked it, as do many horses from the Pacific Northwest. But so far that race is on the turf. But one thing that did help Gary Stevens, the 5-2 favorite on the original morning line, just a few moments ago, not that long ago, Smoky Lonesome has been scratched.
Yeah, the Ron Ellis trainee was a deserving favorite in that race, so anytime you can lose a favorite in your comeback race, going to make it a little bit easier for you.
So they're in the paddock right now for today's first race. Coming up later today, the Monrovia down the hill. Really looking forward to that one. Looking forward to all the action today, including the comeback by Gary Stevens. They're in the paddock for today's first. We are going to begin today's card at Santa Anita with a 1.25 mile race on the turf. Turf is firm, inside rail at 8 feet. And the favorite here at this point is the 2, all squared away from the Peter Miller barn.
And this one taking a serious class drop from a couple of graded stakes, including the Grade 1 Hollywood Derby last time out into this optional claiming race. But we did see that angle yesterday not work out.
It's true. So we'll see whether it works out for all squared away, who ran a solid 4th in the Twilight Derby Grade 2 event here during the autumn meet. Granger won that race, and then Granger came back with 2nd to a very impressive Unbridled Command in the Grade 1 Hollywood Derby, but then Granger came back and won the Grade 2 Hollywood Turf Cup. So all squared away, certainly has been facing some very tough competition. My top pick in the race, who is 3-1 right now on the boards, the 5, Dreamcatcher, coming off a win here at 1.25 miles. Not a win here, but a win at 1.25 miles across town at Betfair Hollywood Park. And that was a race taken off the turf and run on the synthetic surface.
And Dreamcatcher, very versatile horse, and I like that he's a really consistent animal as well. 9 lifetime starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a 3rd. So I like a horse that shows that they know how to win. I thought that the 3 horse in here was really interesting, Sean Washington. You take a look, and all his better races have been against Allowance Company and a little bit lower allowance, but look who he's been facing in those allowance races. He's being beat by Jay Cito, Oil is Black Gold, Take Control, Old Time Hockey, Midnight Crooner. I mean, these are good stakes horses, so it's not like he's going into Allowance Company and not faring well against allowance horses. He's faring decently against horses that have gone on to win or run superiorly in stakes.
He is running as a gelding for the first time today too, Sean Washington, so that's important to note. That could be the sign of perhaps improvement today. You mentioned the company he's kept. Sean Washington finished 4th in the El Cajon Stakes on the Polytrack at Del Mar. The runner-up in that race, Jimmy Creed, all he did was win the opening day Grade 1 Malibu here.
Yeah, not much company
much.
line there, right? So that I like him on that, and I think that now that you've told me that he is a first-time gelding, the ultimate equipment change is always a positive for me. I think that really helps horses focus and do something different on the racetrack where maybe there was just something they couldn't put their finger on or the way they acted wasn't quite right. I really think that gelding a horse makes a huge difference. And he's only 4 years old, so it wasn't like it's a later in life gelding. It was, relatively new when it's about time to do it.
Another contender is number 7, Fire with Fire. This is a half-brother to the multiple Grade 3 millionaire Cosmonaut. Fire with Fire's exiting the Grade 2 Hollywood Turf Cup, finishing 5th in that race that was won by Granger.
Cosmonaut, one of my favorite horses of all time. Now, he could definitely win the Arlington Handicap, but he just couldn't get that elusive Grade 1, which broke my heart because he was such a good little horse. And you see Fire with Fire here actually taking on a little bit of the color that his brother had, and I'm excited to see some Cosmonaut babies, I do have to say.
Number 6, Romp, is coming out of a Breeders' Cup race. He competed in the Grade 2 Breeders' Cup Marathon here on the dirt, 1.75 miles. Of course, that was the race won by the South American, the Argentinian horse, Kaleidoscopio. And Christian Mulhall sending out Romp, who has run well in longer races on the turf a number of times in his career.
Run well is the key there because he's run well, but he hasn't won as of recently. He's 0 for 11 on the Santa Anita turf course. He hasn't won in at least the last 2 years. He is one of only 2 horses in this race that is up for the tag. So it's going to be interesting to see him here. He's a consistent old veteran, but maybe not the top of the game.
They're headed out for the post parade. Race 1 coming up from Santa Anita in 12 minutes, 1.25 miles on a firm turf course inside rail at 8 feet.
Hornblower Jay Cohen brings out the runners for this afternoon's first race. There are no changes in today's first. It does start the 50-cent pick 5. We do remind all fans about an innovation here at Santa Anita, where it offers a 20% pick 6 bonus to be paid on top of the winning parimutuel price on all winning pick 6 tickets, provided they are purchased here at Santa Anita, and it will not apply to carryover days. To be eligible, you must be a Thoroughbreds member, but that's very easy to do. First of all, it's free, and it only takes about a minute to sign up. If you're on the track today, go to the Thoroughbred Centre to become a member. If you're not on the track, next time you come to Santa Anita, be sure to sign up. You'll be eligible for that 20% Pick 6 bonus on all winning Pick 6 tickets, provided the ticket is purchased on track and it's not a carryover day. The horses are approaching the starting gate. On the way to the gate now for the first. Just again a reminder, this race begins our 50-cent pick 5. The horses have now reached the starting gate. At the gate and set to load now for today's first. Runners loading in the gate for the first. Sebastian Flight will be the first one to come up. Sebastian Flight moves in. Surrey Star has the red cap. Then all squared away. Dreamcatcher goes in. Sean Washington. Romp will be the next one. Fire with Fire the last one. Romp is in. Fire with Fire. Going up. And in. Gates closed. They're all set. Field sent on their way. They all appear to come out smoothly. Looks like Surrey Star wants the lead. Riders sending him along in the red cap, and Surrey Star will take the early advantage. Fire with Fire gets up to race second. Sean Washington is right there third. They're going quickly early on for this distance. Then we come back to Sebastian Flight, settle back in the fourth position, been followed by Dreamcatcher. Along the inside is all squared away, and Romp is quite content to drop out last, a good 12 off them. Coming past the stands first time round, and Fire with Fire now established the lead, goes clear to lead it by 2.5. Surrey Star's content to sit back second. Sebastian Flight moving up to be third, and Sean Washington right there too. All squared away is back in fifth. Now only 5 off these leaders. Then it's Dreamcatcher, and Romp is still the trailer. Now 9 off this leader. They head to the three-quarter pole, and Fire with Fire got an easy lead out here, just bowling them along in front, leads it by 2. Now Sebastian Flight decides to come put some pressure on. He's taken a strong hold in second. In behind that is Surrey Star in the red cap, followed by Sean Washington fourth. All squared away is in the fifth spot, gives them 5.5 start. Dreamcatcher's on the far side, and now Romp tries to get a little closer from last. They have a half mile to travel, and Fire with Fire in front a length and 3/4. Sebastian Flight is on the far side, and Surrey Star down at the rail, then Sean Washington. All squared away, and the white cap now gives them 6 length start. Behind that Dreamcatcher, and Romp still has 8 to make up. They come to the top of the lane, and Fire with Fire kicks on for home. Fire with Fire leading by 2.5. Now here comes All Squared Away. Sean Washington on the outside coming with a run too, but it's All Squared Away in the white cap, the big danger. All Squared Away, Fire with Fire hangs tough at the rail. Fire with Fire, All Squared Away. These two nose and nose. Here's Dreamcatcher flying late on the outside. Fire with Fire, close, very, very close. Fire with Fire, All Squared Away. That one's close. Dreamcatcher running on third. The unofficial result, the winner number 2, All Squared Away. Second, number 7, Fire with Fire. Third, number 5, Dreamcatcher. And fourth, number 3, Sean Washington. Result is now official. In the second race today, scratch numbers 2 and 5. The second race begins the early pick 4.